Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What is this thing? It's been a while since I've been in front of one of these. It's great to be out on such a beautiful afternoon for such a wonderful occasion. I'm Gary Dolphin with the Hawkeye Radio Network, and it's great to see everybody. Well, it's great to see most of you anyway with the masks. I think I know most of you here. Josh, I had to do a double take. But it's wonderful to be here to help cut the ribbon for what has just been an incredible project and an incredible development when you think about it. The weather's finally dried up a little bit, and it's an incredible day for Coralville, for Iowa City, Johnson County, and the River Landing. It's been a week of good news, hasn't it? A couple days ago, we found out that in spite of the pandemic, that Big Ten football is going to resume in about a month. Personally, I've never been retired and unemployed at the same time, so it's kind of new for me. So I'm glad to be out doing anything. But I was thinking on the drive down here today, what 2020 has represented, other than, of course, the most negative, which is the COVID. And I just did a list in my head of some of the items that some of the events that we've had to endure. Certainly losing Big Ten football economically was devastating. But when you think of the COVID, impeachment, Biden and Bernie, Trump, cries for racial and social justice, wildfires, hurricanes, killer hornets, locust infestation, it's great to have a couple positive events in our lives, and I think as Iowans and Americans, we will endure what has happened so far this year. My only regret is we've got 4 months left in 2020, but this is such a centerpiece of getting back to normal and feeling good about what we're all about here. And want to welcome all of our wonderful corporate sponsors who help make this possible today, and certainly the city of Coralville, whom we're going to meet its representative right now. So it's great to see you all. It's fun to be here. I personally want to thank Xtream and Mediacom in general for their great support, not only of this community, but of the Hawkeye Radio Network and the University of Iowa. So you're going to meet some great people today, some whom you already know, and I'll tell you a little bit about their story, and then we want them to bid you welcome. First off, the mayor of the great city of Coralville is John Lundell. He served on the Coralville City Council since 2003, became mayor in 2014, longtime director of the University of Iowa's Injury Prevention Research Center until retiring in 2015 to concentrate on his mayoral responsibilities with the city of Coralville. And when his schedule permits, you can always find him attending our Hawkeye events and even officiating at women's gymnastics meets. So here he is to kick things off today. How about a welcome for Coralville Mayor John Lundell. John?
Thank you very much, Dolph. It's an incredible pleasure and honor to be here today. It's something that's been discussed and planned for decades, 30 plus years, to get where we've come today. And obviously, during those 30 years, a lot of people have been involved in the process to get us to where we're at today. Some really great elected officials on the city council that have moved on to other opportunities. Of course, the great city council that we have today, Mitch Gross, Jill Dodds, Megan Foster, and Lori Goodrich. But one person that has been with us for more than 30 years, that's really been the vision and the incredible inspiration for this project is Kelly Hayworth. And you'll hear from Kelly in a little bit. But I just want to give a particular shout out to him because he's been the one person that's been creative and helped us get to where we are today. And so it's thank you very much, Kelly, for bringing us to where we're at today. This project is so often referred to as Coralville's arena project. And that's fine. It is. It's a beautiful arena. But gosh, you'll see when you go in and take a tour, there's so much more under one roof than just an arena. We have the field house, 5 full-size courts, whether they're basketball or volleyball or wrestling or pickleball, you name it. A beautiful addition is the field house. We've got 2 museums that will be opening in a few weeks, the Johnson County Historical Museum and the Antique Car Museum of Iowa. Both will have beautiful space in the lower level of the retail building over here. There'll be a floor of retail space at the ground level, stores, restaurants, and then above that is a floor of office space. And then on top of that, we have a green roof. They'll be available for receptions for up to about 175 people on a beautiful day like today to get out and enjoy that green roof. Next to the field house over here, we'll have a Spring Hill Suites 100-room hotel. So you'll be able, and users of this facility can pull in and get a room if they want to stay there, or there's lots of other great hotels in the area as well. And there's so much to do for a full weekend of events, and we are really going to become a destination for sports, concerts, family shows, tournaments, you name it. We're going to be on the map. And again, something that we've learned in Coralville over and over again, it's all about partnerships to be successful. And obviously, we've got a great partnership with MediaCom and Green State Family Credit Union for the Family Fieldhouse. But there's a couple guests, too, that I wanted to mention that are a little less under the profile maybe, but nevertheless, we would never have had the Iowa River development without our partners with the EPA. And you might think, EPA, that sounds like a unusual group to be recognizing, but the EPA has a program called the Brownfields. And those of you that have lived in this area for a long time, 30 plus years, know that this area looked quite different back in the 80s and before that. And there were some concerns about some of the uses that had left this area, leaving behind some contamination in the soils and so forth. And developers that made this possible would not be interested or willing to risk their investments in property that may have contaminated soils. They would rather move on to greener projects where they could just start building. And thankfully, we partnered with the US EPA and particularly the Region 7 office to do studies that showed that this was perfectly safe to build on. We had some cleanup from the truck stop. We accomplished that very efficiently. And here today is DeAndre Singletary, and he's one of the directors of the program down in Kansas City, and we had a nice luncheon with him and his staff member, Susan Klein, who's actually been with the program for 20 years. And we took them around Coralville after lunch today and showed them that we're not going to stop with the river landing. We've got some other projects on the drawing board that we'll be back in a few years to talk about as well. So the good stuff never stops in Coralville. Thank you all, and let's get on to the next speaker, because I know we want to cut a ribbon, and then we want to turn you loose to see the inside. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Mayor. Could I have a nice round of applause for our musical entertainment today, Justin Goodchild? As we say in the business, Justin, you've got a great set of pipes. As John was talking about, my first year covering Iowa football was the 0-11 year, so I thought my career was off to a great start that year. But it was the early 1970s, and I remember what this exit was and what was here, and there wasn't much here. And I look around now. I've never looked at the river landing from that chair or this perspective. And, on game weekends, Podolak and I camp out across the street at the Homewood. And the great thing about that is 30 Hop is right across the street. So we can walk across the brick pavement when we say our good nights. But there's so much here with retail, with now entertainment like we've not seen, hospitality, a beautiful hotel down the street, several hotels in this complex. And yeah, John, it's been a renaissance. You're exactly right. Due in large part to our next speaker. Josh Schamberger is president of the Iowa City Coralville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, Herky on Parade guy, Mr. Fry Fest, Olympic Wrestling Trials, Grand Gable guy, Cyclocross World Cup guy, and one of the guys who helped get this arena and field house off the ground and built. From the Iowa City Coralville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, a good friend of all of ours, Josh Schamberger.
Thank you, Dolph. I'm honored for the opportunity to share a few remarks during today's Xtream Arena powered by MediaCom celebrations. In addition to serving as the president of the CVB for the past 20 years or so, I'm also the board president for ArenaCo, Iowa River Landing Development. ArenaCo is the community development organization that was formed many years ago to build the Xtream Arena, Green State Family Fieldhouse, and the surrounding mixed-use development within this successful Iowa River Landing. ArenaCo is a nonprofit entity separate from the city of Coralville and run by a board of directors, which can apply for grants and other funding not available to municipalities. Our organization's revenue sources have included various naming rights, tax credits, and bond, rather than relying on property taxes. Several of my fellow board members are here today, including Terry Kading, Sarah McLaughlin, John Y., Mayor Lundell, former Senator Bob Dvorsky, and City Administrator Kelly Hayworth. I want to thank each one of you, as well as our assistants, Nikki Boravaj and Stacy Hausman, for their tireless work in getting us today. This state-of-the-art attractor will add substantially to the area's quality of life, thanks to a multitude of events and activities that this facility will host. Visitors to the Iowa River Landing have already poured hundreds of millions of dollars into the Iowa City area economy over the past decade, and much more is expected when Xtream Arena, powered by MediaCom, is able to run at full throttle. A lot of hard work has gotten us to this day. With the COVID-19 pandemic continuing to dramatically impact our community and economy, a lot harder work will be required over the next several months. But COVID will end one day. And it will, and when that happens, this venue will flourish, and the surrounding hotels, restaurants, and retailers will follow suit. This project is the result of a complex, very complex, public-private partnership, one that has involved high levels of decision-making and a comprehensive, deliberate look at what the marketplace is going to support over the long term, not the COVID-19 short term. This community and economic development project is a bold vision, a brownfield area revitalized and promises fulfilled. So it's exciting to see Xtream Arena and Green State Family Fieldhouse take shape and finally come to fruition after so many hard years of work. This project has already developed great and long-standing partnerships, like with MediaCom, Heartland Express, I know Mike Jardine is here, Mid-American Energy, Green State Credit Union, True North, the Watts and Jardine families, and as you will hear from soon, our great friends and partners at the University of Iowa and the top-notch team at the All Iowa Attack. All will continue to be key to the success of this project now and well into the future. So we are especially thankful for their support and involvement in this exciting new endeavor. In closing, I want to recognize Mortensen Construction for their tireless leadership and professionalism in delivering this venue, for their efforts to resolve many, many challenges along the way. This firm is no stranger to our community, having recently partnered with the university to rebuild Hansher Auditorium and Clapper Recital Hall, and with the city of Coralville many, many years ago to build out the very first anchor tenant of the Iowa River Landing, the Coralville Marriott Hotel and Conference Center. Jason McCain, EJ Lines, Drew, Mason, Randy, ArenaCo could not have asked for better partners. Thank you for your efforts to deliver this new signature community betterment attractor. Thank you all for being here today. Thanks again to Ed, our friends at MediaCom, Barbara, Coach Brown, all our partners at the University of Iowa, Dixon Jensen and the team at All Iowa Attack, Jack, the entire team at Spectra, and certainly Kelly Hayworth, a mentor to many. I'm excited to soon cut the ribbon with all of you and open the doors to the public. Thank you very much. Dolph?
Thank you, Josh. Next up is Ed Pardini. Ed is the Senior Vice President for MediaCom, and equally important, he's been a longtime partner of Gary Barta, President Bruce Harold, and the Hawkeyes. 3 to 4 years ago, Ed started a conversation with Josh and Kelly about a partnership which eventually led to much of what we celebrate and view today in the opening of the Xtream Arena powered by Mediacom. This project would not have happened, would not have been possible without Mediacom's financial and marketing support. And on behalf of Josh, Kelly, and the entire Arena Co. board, thank you, Ed Pardini, for your partnership with this project and really with the entire community. Please help me welcome Ed Pardini to the stage. Ed?
Good afternoon, and thank you. On behalf of Rocco Camiso, our CEO and founder, and 1,700 of the hardest working Mediacom employees in Iowa, I want to welcome you to Xtream Arena, powered by Mediacom. In this day and age of corporate marketing, probably the easiest thing a company can do is write a check within its budget and help pay for a sponsorship. But when we saw this opportunity, the opportunity to engage and contribute to the redevelopment of Coralville and the Iowa River Landing, we saw this as an entirely different kind of project for us. And so we began a partnership. And I want to thank the mayor, I want to thank Kelly and Josh, I want to thank the entire city council and the residents of Coralville for allowing us to be part of this partnership with Coralville for its betterment. When we looked at this project and we thought about what we could contribute to it, besides our financial support, we decided that we could infuse this arena with some of the best, most advanced technology that is available in the country. This is one of the first venues that will feature IPv6 Wi-Fi technology. When you go inside, test it out. We have found that visitors to arenas and venues want an enriched online experience that gives them content and event apps across a range of devices. IPv6 is the newest standard in Wi-Fi technology. It features, for the geeks out there, low latency, higher download speeds, faster upload speeds, and it uses less power on your device. In addition to the IPv6 Wi-Fi technology that we've put in place here, we've also installed two separate 100 gigabit fiber optic connections. These 100 gigabit connections each power high-resolution security cameras, fire and safety monitors, HVAC, and lighting controls. In order to support this project, our hardworking employees built over 16 miles of fiber optic connectivity to ensure diversity and reliability. When you go inside, don't take my word for it, go to speedtest.net. Take us for a spin. We'll see how we do. In closing, I just want to say thank you again. One of God's blessings, the many of them in this life, is the ability to witness other people achieving their dreams and to be a participant today and watching the joy and the spirit that Kelly and Josh, the mayor, and the city council have brought to this project. The long-awaited anticipation viewed through their eyes is one of God's blessings in this life. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your future patronage here. And most of all, I want to thank our hardworking employees. God bless. Good night.
Thank you, Ed Pardini. Your busy schedule. Appreciate you being here today. Speaking of busy, Debbie Durham is a longtime economic and community development professional who serves as director of the Iowa Economic Development Authority and the Iowa Finance Authority. Debbie was first appointed to lead in 2011, and during her 8-year tenure, has turned the agency into a successful public-private partnership, landing billion-dollar economic development projects for Iowa. She prides herself on building coalitions, supporting new ventures, and strengthening the state's industries and communities. Prior to joining IEDA, Debbie Durham served as president of the Siouxland Chamber of Commerce. The Arena Co-Board is especially thankful to Debbie, and in particular of her top assistants, Elena Sentizo, for their assistance and early lead support through the Iowa Reinvestment District program, which provided $12 million toward this fantastic new attraction. So in that vein, please welcome Iowa Economic Development Director Debbie Durham. Debbie?
Well, good afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. It feels like yesterday when we all celebrated the beginning of this beautiful arena. I remember it very vividly. I believe it was probably the hottest day of the year. And of course, we weren't social distancing back at that time. When a group of you in hard hats and business suits with a helping hand from Herky, who is here again today, turned shovels and broke ground. You know, it fills my heart to watch a milestone project like Xtream Arena come to life along with this community's vision for the Iowa River Landing, especially in a year like this. The Iowa River Landing truly is a Cinderella story, decades in the making. The community transformed what was once a blighted space off the interstate into a new gateway for the city and a premier destination for residents, students, and visitors alike. The Iowa River Landing and its anchor arena are so much more than a collection of projects, though. This is about fostering a distinct sense of place. Fred Kent, who founded a nonprofit called Project for Public Spaces, said, "Placemaking is about turning a neighborhood, town, or city from a place you can't wait to get through into one you never want to leave. Placemaking is about communities coming together and playing to their strengths to create unique places where people want to be, places that give people a reason to visit and residents another reason to stay. And we know that quality of life plays such a key role in attracting jobs, workers, and entrepreneurs. This is why placemaking must be part of our economic development toolbox today and moving forward. It's wonderful to see momentum behind placemaking here in Iowa, both at the state and local level. I'm thrilled to be part of 2 ribbon-cutting events this week for projects that connect to broader community efforts to transform a space into an appealing place. The Iowa Economic Development Authority was proud to support this one here in Coralville through the Iowa Reinvestment District program. Xtream Arena is like no other in the region. The facility will allow the University of Iowa and the city to compete for high-profile events that will generate tax revenue, draw visitors, and raise the profile of the entire region. Think of all the memories that will be made here through youth and university sports, concerts, graduation ceremonies, and other special events for generations to come. A project like this represents a true labor of love. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork. I extend my warmest congratulations to this community, the university, and to the men and women of the trades who made this arena project possible. And thank you again for inviting me to be part of this great event. As much as I love ushering in new projects with shovels and hard hats, it's even sweeter to celebrate with completion with scissors and a ribbon. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie Durham, Iowa Economic Development Authority. Next gentleman is a founder of one of the nation's preeminent basketball programs in the country, one of just a few dozen Nike programs that Nike supports. I first met Dixon Jensen 15, 20 years ago over in central Iowa, and he's been expanding his footprint ever since, and we're very fortunate for that. Dixon has been coaching and running this program since day one, since its existence. His passion and dedication to what he does has helped this program grow into one of the nation's top clubs. Josh Kelly and the team at Spectra couldn't have asked for a better partner to serve as the founding Green State family fieldhouse tenant than Dixon, Blake, and the entire team at All Iowa Attack. producers of some of Lisa Bluter and Fran McCaffrey's immediate past and next batch of stars, like soon-to-be arriving Dowling Catholic and McDonald's All-American Caitlin Clark, or Cedar Rapids, Washington's Hannah Stuhlke. Please help me in welcoming Dixon Jensen from the All-Iowa Attack to the microphone. Dixon.
Good afternoon. It's wonderful to be here. I appreciate the opportunity to come and speak for a couple minutes. I want to speak on two different angles. One, first of all, my personal job, I'm an engineer, developer, and I see a lot of developments, not only in Iowa, but around the country. And then also wearing my hat with basketball, I have been in probably just about every arena possible in the United States. And I'm not joking here. I'm telling you folks, you've got one of the best right here. This is incredible. This is incredible. To be able to pull off the arena, the whole area, the hotels, the restaurants, the living, this is exciting, and I'm glad it's in our state. I was born and raised in Iowa. I'm an Iowan to the heart. Educated in Iowa. I kind of like the game of golf. I have a little golf course in Iowa that's pretty good as well. But the thing that I think I do that gives me the most joy is helping influence young people. You know, you can give your money, you can give toward things, but when you give your time to something, now you're really invested. And I've been giving my time for almost 20 years, probably 20, 30 hours a week, coaching young men and women to play the game of basketball. Somewhat of a silly game, you know, 10-foot hoop, 84-foot court, and we put the ball in the hoop. But at the end of the day, the lessons we learn from basketball has helped create future leaders throughout Iowa and throughout this country. And by you guys coming together and creating an arena like this for young people to play the game is immeasurable, the influence you're going to have on so many young people. And we're excited to be able to be a part of that. I teach greatness in our program. Our kids will hear that all the time. We don't want to be average. We don't want to be good. We don't even like very good. And that's not even a very good shot. We want a great shot. And if you want to be great, it sure helps to be able to compete and be around other great people and play in great arenas. And with our Nike affiliation, we've also been able to host some of the biggest tournaments in the country. And I'm telling you, they're going to come here to Coralville, Iowa, and they are going to like it, okay? They are going to like it. They won't get enough of coming to Coralville to be able to come, park their car, enjoy a weekend together, and we're really excited about it. So on behalf of all Iowa Attack and all of our staff, thank you for allowing us to be a part of this. We're going to give you our very best effort to develop young people into great people, young players into college scholarships. We've been able to probably have over 400 kids go on and go to college for free. Many of those that would not have an opportunity to continue on in education as a result of just walking in the gym one day, putting their tennis shoes on, and working really hard. And when you're around, and if you see me coaching, you might see a little different side of me. I still get pretty excited about it because I still kind of like to win. And today, guys, you have a big win. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this win. Thank you.
I always get fired up when I hear Dixon talk. He's very passionate, as you can tell, about anything that he does, especially the All-Iowa Attack. And if you're ever between Des Moines and Marshalltown and you want a humbling golf experience, stop in at his course, The Harvester. As a 17 handicap, I wanted to quit the game after I played there, but it's such a beautiful piece of property, and what a great area, and what a great golf course. But everything Dixon touches turns to gold, including this facility here. So thank you for being here, Dixon Jensen. Speaking of great coaching, we've got Vicki Brown with us today. Vicki was named Iowa's 10th coach in volleyball program history at the University of Iowa in September of 2019, her first anniversary coming up, after spending 3 months as interim head coach. Vicki Brown first joined the Hawkeyes in 2017 as associate head coach after an impressive coaching and professional career in Austria, Puerto Rico, and Spain. Coach Brown earned all Big Ten honors twice during her career at Illinois, took home 6 tournament most valuable players. She knows how to win. We're lucky to have her at Iowa. And as you will soon see when you get inside this building behind me, you can't wait to cheer on her and her Hawkeyes here at the Xtream Arena. Please help me welcome Coach Vicki Brown, Iowa Volleyball, for a few words. Coach.
Hello, Hawkeyes. How's everyone doing? I know you're just as excited as we were able to get in here on Friday. So I know you are like, get us in here, we're ready. But I really want to just take a moment to thank Josh and his group with working with us and promoting and connecting our program to the Xtream Arena, the Mortensen construction company, and all the workers. I mean, when COVID hit, we're like, how's this going to affect the arena and the progression there? And they work diligently, and we've been able to stop in throughout the year and just see the dedication and hard work that the workers have put in. So thank you for all of that. And thank you for our mayor of the city of Coralville for all your support as well. And I want to thank President Harrell as well as Gary Barta and Barbara Burke for all their support in building this relationship and getting us in the arena. When I was looking to come as associate head here at Iowa, the question is, why Iowa? And I have to say, every year there's been a sense of, or a moment where the community gives me my answer. And I feel so honored that this week has already been such a full week with all the events in the Xtream Arena. But, football announcing that they're going to get the season started is another bonus. And Herky, haven't seen you in a year. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. But it's just been a really positive week, and this weather is fantastic. And to be playing in the Xtream Arena, where powered by MediaCom, that has already showed that they are truly about our community overall. The Iowa River Landing area is just where it's at right now. And for our program and our department to be part of this big moment for this community, we are very humble, but we're also very excited for you all to come and watch us play. Keep watching for the website and things like that for that announcement. But we're just looking forward to seeing you all in the stands. Hopefully you enjoy a little bit of our practice today as you're walking through. Our players are very friendly, so it's okay to wave. I know we're keeping our social distance, but thank you all that have put in hours and months and years into getting this arena here. And go Hawks!
Vicki, you look much better in black and gold than orange and blue. I got to tell you, it's just a personal thought. Good luck. I can tell you're fired up about this new facility. And, the campus is just a mile that way. This is going to be such a great extension of the University of Iowa, let alone the Coralville and Johnson County community. Well, we're going to close as the sun starts to go down, the temperature starts to drop. We're going to close out this portion of the program. Before we go inside, and you're just going to be so impressed with what awaits you, and thanks again to MediaCom and Xtream. I want to invite longtime Coralville City Administrator Kelly Hayworth to the podium for a special, very special surprise announcement. The Kirk Ferentz of city managers, we like to call him, the Dean of the Big Ten, the Hawkeye, who along with Josh is truly most credited for what we celebrate today. and for what Coralville has accomplished really during his 32 years of shaping this beautiful community. So help me in welcoming a big round of appreciation, applause to Coralville City Administrator Kelly Hayworth. Kelly.
Before we get to announcements, I do want to make a couple just thank yous. First of all, in Coralville, we think we're great at partnerships, and we are. But the queen of partnerships is Debbie Durham, and so we want to thank you for all you're doing for the state of Iowa. You have a vision for what we and our communities should be like, and we thank you for that. We're very excited for Xtream Arena to be the home of the Iowa women's volleyball. Coach Brown, we look forward to that first Big Ten championship. We also could not be prouder for the Green State Family Fieldhouse to be the home of all Iowa TAC East. Dixon Jensen runs a first-class program, and you will be able to watch many Division I players develop during their time in his program. Thank you, Dixon. So we've got some special folks up here that we want to join in this very special announcement. Today, we are proud to announce that a third tenant joining the University of Iowa Volleyball and all Iowa TAC will be an ECHL hockey team owned by Dean McDonald of Deacon Sports and Entertainment. This will be Dean's third ECHL hockey team. His first team, the Newfoundland Growlers, won the league last year in their first year of play. We look forward to the hockey team joining us next fall, and we will be glad to answer questions after the conclusion of today's events about that special third tenant. So we just ask that all of us... With that, we'd now like to get on with the show and cut the ribbon. We have many partners that we'd like to step forward and get ready to cut the ribbon. And then you all are welcome in to see what you're all here for, this great new facility.
Ready, guys? Help me out. 3, 2, 1. Open. Sesame. Touchdown, MediaCom and Xtream. Congratulations to all parties involved. And enjoy the tour. The doors are going to open. Come on in, take a look at this beautiful structure, thanks in large part to you folks in the community. Thank you for being here this afternoon.